I have been told that I need not go through your protocol list, and in the interest of time, and I'll do that. But I wish to start, though, by saying something which means a lot to me and to all of us, I hope. And it is something from the Honorable Malamutu Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And the words are simple. Without self-confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won, even before you started. Now, today we have, and I'm happy to see the graduating class, all regal and ready to take on a new chapter of their lives, having gone through their period of study here at St. Ignatius. And as happy as well to see the members of the audience, all here supportive of the graduates, all here beaming with pride, knowing that you have yourselves been as involved in the development of these students as they have themselves been in the work that they have done. And it is with pride, I know, that you're able, when you get to that point, you will be able to hear the names of the particular persons that you have come here to see, to hear their names called. And that is something that I know you're happy about. But at the end of the day, however, I think my job here to do it in a very short time, 7 minutes, I won't keep you very long. I'm used to speaking for 2-3 hours and even longer, but I won't keep you beyond the 7 minutes I've been allotted. So don't fret too much. But at the end of the day, for all that I'm seeing in the audience, for all the energy I'm feeling, today really is reserved for the person sitting here on the podium. And I wish for you to give them another round of applause, just to be here and to be at this point. You know, there are a few things, and as I looked at the program, I saw two things, and I wish for you to just reflect a bit on the program. And you will note there it says, becoming your best self. The theme, becoming your best self. The power of growth, fueled by faith and knowledge. Now those words, when I saw them, what Garvey said immediately struck home to me. Because what we're hearing coming from those words, becoming your best self, is this reflection of the theory of self-actualization. How do you get there? How do you do what you need to do? How do you start and complete a journey? How do you see each period of your life as simply being one step leading seamlessly to another? How do you ensure that there's constancy of purpose? And I pause there for 1 minute. Because very often when we speak to ourselves and we speak to others, we speak as though life is something where you simply work hard, you can get along with life, and you get where you want. In reality, graduate, that is not life at all. Life is a journey of many bumps. There are many ebbs and there are many flows. And the important thing in life, very often, is to learn how to pick yourself up after you fall. Learning how to ensure that whatever the purpose is that you have set out, you recognize that along that path, there are going to be a number of hurdles coming to play. There are going to be a number of things that are going to derail you. But the important thing is to bear the 3 critical words in mind. Constancy of purpose. Fortunately for me, I learned those words very early in life. And I was taught by a gentleman, a Chinese Jamaican, who simply sat me down one day and said, look, the only words I want you to remember in life are constancy of purpose. And those have driven me to whatever heights I've got and whatever heights I still aspire for. Because it is that indication that says, I know what I want, and I'm going to do whatever is required to get me there. And even if hurdles come about, I'm going to reflect, I'm going to take lessons from others, and I'm going to ensure that I come out always being better for the experiences that I've had. Now, the beauty of a high school education, and as I listened to the valedictorian, she mentioned, I can't remember the name of the friend that you mentioned. It slipped me. But I remembered you indicated that you developed a friendship here. And I'm sure among others, that you will have for the rest of your life. And the beauty of high school, the beauty of primary school, the beauty of college when you're there and anywhere else, is recognizing that as much as you're learning better how to add, better how to subtract, better how to speak, better how to write and all of that, at the end of the day, what will take you through better than anything else are relationships you develop, the networks that you build. So I was happy to hear you mention that, because it tells me that something right must be happening in your school experience for you to have been able to meet somebody or some others who you can rely upon, who you can call upon when you fall. Because as we go through life, as we think of constancy of purpose, we always need those persons who we can call at our deepest and the darkest moments to say, I am in problems. How can you help me? Or, I have just achieved something monumental. How can you celebrate it with me? And that is the beauty that I want you to remember, that as you go through life, always be mindful that you are building relationships, you're not breaking them off, and you're not creating problems for yourself and for others that are unfixable. There are many things in life that you can get over. A financial hurdle, a number of other hurdles, deaths in the family, and I remember as well you indicated your dear mother is not with you. However, you have been able to see that experience and to carry her in your heart and have used it to propel you forward. And that again is an indication of how it is that you can, with constancy of purpose, find the mission and the journey, rely upon it and have it propel you forward. Now, as we continue to reflect on this graduation experience, there are a few things I believe I have to leave with you, and I have 2 more minutes, so I'm going to use them, not more. But in this graduation experience, as we are reflecting on it, they very often ask you to tell persons a few things that you want them to go through life with. And I go back to where I started. Self-confidence. Always remember that there are going to be naysayers. Always remember that there are going to be persons who tell you it cannot be done. But remember in those moments that you have your own purpose. You understand that through your faith, and remember faith here, and through the knowledge you have got, not just knowledge of what was taught to you in school, knowledge of what you got through your neighborhood and through everybody else around you, that those can help you to build your confidence to be that rock on which you can rely as you seek to move forward. Another thing to bear in mind is to remember that there's something called destiny and the value of destiny. It is always calling, and it is always calling us to good things. And what you again have to bear in mind as you're thinking destiny and its value is that your destiny is quite different from mine. And very often, we lose our way because we are misled by others and their journey. Don't ever, as graduates, believe that the journey of somebody else has to be yours. And I give you a quick story. There was this popular journalist in Jamaica, Ian Boyne, won all sorts of awards, prizes, and everything. And on many occasions, I probably was one of the last persons after he tried on many occasions to get me on his show to do an expose of self, and I refused on every occasion. And the reason I did is that personally, I do not believe in that mantra of, because John has done it, I can. I don't believe in it. For the simple reason that we all respond differently to stimuli. And we all, in Jamaica, we have a little saying, 7 brothers, 7 different minds. 7 brothers, 7 different experiences. So even when we are exposed to the exact same surrounding, we all will have experiences flowing from it that are different. And one of the things I have found from my own personal experience that works, and I wish for you to do it, is to identify somebody, usually somebody with a little more experience than you have, who can give you genuine guidance. Every step that I have taken and have propelled and been propelled by have been the result of somebody that I met. Very often somebody who did not know me, who had no reason to believe in me, who was simply prepared to assist me along. And I suggest that in life you try to find those persons who have a genuine interest in you and in your development, who can help you to get along your path. Another thing that you're going to learn in life, and I want you to take it as a lesson as well, is that the best lessons are learned by your distilling them and passing them on to others. So it is in the sharing of experiences and in lessons that we're best able to distill them and learn from them. So I tell myself and I tell others that, believe it or not, the persons who are going to be most helpful in your journey are not your peers, not the persons you're sitting here with. They are going to be persons who are senior to you, who can guide you, and they are going to be your juniors, persons who are younger than you are, who will look up to you, look for guidance, and in passing on experiences to them, you will concretize your own and learn how best to give guidance, and in that process also develop and grow. So make sure that in the same way that you're able to speak to your teachers and others who helped you along the way, you see your own experience as one where you now have an obligation to teach others and to assist others in their growth and development. It is going to help you tremendously. So as I close out, I want to thank you. I really want to, for the time and the effort dedicating to yourself and to your development. I want to thank your parents and your well-wishers for having believed in you, for having guided you, and for having made you the proud persons you are today. Enjoy this step of your life. See it not as an end, but the beginning of another step in your life. And ensure that as you go through, you continue to be gracious, you continue to be thankful to those who have been with you, and you continue to build fresh and new relationships, including with others younger than yourselves, so that the journey can continue and your community can get better as a result of your involvement in it. Thanks again for having spent the time with me. Thanks again for being here. And I wish that we will continue to enjoy this ceremony, but more importantly, enjoy the community as it continues to grow and develop as a result of St. Ignatius High School and the students that are graduating today and the others who will graduate along the way. Again, have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.